Gather round, PureSkill family. This your boy Sharif, and I'm back at it with another video. I got my little notepad, and that's the title of the video. Y'all see, we're gonna be talking about character design. Now, today y'all got lucky. I gave y'all 2 character designs in one video. One, that's gonna be my apology to y'all for being so absent as of recently. I'm gonna make sure that doesn't happen again. Then it's mostly because of the fact that I forgot to hit record on the first character, so you only got like the ending of the drawing. There was like you catch the gator, me drawing the gator of it, but essentially I drew like an alligator villain and then a robotic centaur. That was the idea for both the character designs that I did today, and I want to talk about them, and I want to talk about how you can create believable character designs that's gonna make people say wow and different things like that. Essentially, the first main thing is anatomy. You want to emphasize the anatomy in anything you draw. From the gator character that I drew, the gator villain character I drew, you can see he has a unique anatomy. He's very huge and plump. He has an overbite in his jaw, and he got really strong muscular arms. I emphasize those things because you want to make sure that your character has anatomy that is believable to them and makes them feel like they're in this world. You understand what I'm saying? So he has strong arms because he's using his arms a lot. He's wrestling gators or doing different things like that. The idea behind the gator villain character was that he's more of a powerful being. He's in control of gators, or gators flock to him. So you kind of see a gator sitting next to him in the visual. Then in the centaur video, the one I did get to record for you guys, and the time lapse that you're watching right now, and what I will see, which I will show you guys, is you see me flesh out that anatomy first. And fleshing out that anatomy, one, again, makes it believable, makes it feel like it's a real thing. It makes it feel like it's in this world, and it's like, oh, I know what that is. That's a centaur. Oh, I know what that is. That's a fat person. Oh, or overweight person. I don't know. You guys know what I mean. I don't mean no disrespect. You understand the anatomy of the character makes him believable in his world, his or her world. Now, with that said, you're gonna take the shapes that you use to create its anatomy, and that's what you're gonna animate. And that way, you're not just simplifying your characters to simple shape characters or building block looking characters. I see a lot of animators do that when they're creating characters. They're gonna make their characters super slim down, or they're gonna make them super complex, and then they can't animate it because they don't know how. In these scenarios, what you want to do is make sure that you're animating the anatomy, and you animate that, and then you come back on the second pass and add the detail. But you're not adding the detail when you're figuring out the animation. Animation is more like a puzzle where you put all the pieces together of movement, and then it makes it look flowing and makes it look like you're something's animating properly. Then after you put those type of pieces together, you want to put the details on top when you're not figuring out the animation. Second major thing is emphasizing story when you're doing any character. So when you're doing a character, you want to emphasize story, and you want to emphasize elements on the character that make the character feel like, oh, this is something they do every day. You're never gonna show there's story arcs. In the story, you kind of show your character in their normal setting, in their normal world. In the story, you're gonna push that character into somewhere that's uncomfortable for them, show how they adapt and show how they accomplish their goal or whatever. You're not in a simple illustration or a simple character design. You're never showing your character in all those other stages. You're showing your character in his normal state, what he always does, he or she always does, what they always wear, why, different things like that. When I drew the Gator character, you see his arm sleeves are ripped. He's probably been in many fights or whatever. You see he has a tooth necklace. He's probably collects those things. Like, Gators is his life, so he's gonna keep tooths or trophies or whatnot. He keeps a shotgun because maybe before he got his powers, he was a regular gator hunter. Anything. In the centaur drawing, I wanted the centaur to feel like it was a machine made by whatever government or made by whoever as a war weapon. So by making that, you're gonna have machine parts on it. You're gonna have it, make it look like it was built by someone's hand or whatever, and you're gonna make it have elements that's built by war. I took away hands in general from his anatomy, and I replaced his hands with a shield and a sword. He has no other function than war. So these types of elements are what's gonna make your put story into the character in and of itself. It's gonna make the viewer feel like, wow, that character obviously does this. And these things never have to be discussed if you end up animating a character, or if you end up animating a character, or if you end up showing writing a storybook or whatever, or a comic book about a character. You never have to go into those past details if it's not part of the story. If it is, go ahead. If it's not part of the story, you never have to go into those types of details. But at the end of the day, those story elements are in its design, making it more believable and flesh into the world. A little bit extra, I don't want to take away from the idea of shapes. So shapes in a character is always good, and I want you guys to make sure to add shapes, but subtly. If your character is more stern and more set in his ways, every places that you get an opportunity, go ahead and put more sharp points and put more square elements, because squares represent those types of feelings. If a character is more soft or nicer, every now and again, where you can, put more round shapes. If they're a little bit of mix of both, add a few mixes of both. If a character is really fast and really high paced energy, add more triangles. Or if they're dangerous, add more triangles, different things like that. Understand what different shapes do, what shapes encourage what emotions, and then add those shapes subtly to your character, of course. Now, the last thing I will say is posing of your characters. These are just extra. Posing of your characters is always important when character design. I'm not gonna say posing is majorly important, because if you go beyond just a simple illustration, then the character will be in many different poses, sometimes in things that they're not used to, or doing a bunch of different things. A character could be falling, but they're not clumsy. Anything could be happening. So posing is not super duper important. But when you're in the design phase, if you, for yourself more so than the viewer, you want to get into the embodiment of that character. So drawing him in a pose that more makes him feel like his personality. You see the Gator character I drew, he's in a pose, he's sitting like he's relaxed, and this is what he does. I just love the outdoors. You see him with his bare feet open, because he's just like, I'm just chilling with my gator. Like, I just love gators and different things like that. You see the centaur character pointing out towards the battle. Like, you see asteroids coming and falling down all over him and things of that nature, but you see him ready for battle because he's a machine. He don't know nothing about no fear, so he's ready for battle and war. That way, putting your characters in those types of poses not only gets you in the mood of drawing the character and gives you more ideas and those ideas like that, but it also puts your viewers in the headspace of the character. Like, oh, they get a sense of his personality just by his ideas. Again, I don't put too much emphasis on the pose when designing the character. I just kind of get its emotion into the pose, because if I go beyond just the simple drawing, if I go beyond just the simple drawing and I decide to say animate him or do a comic book of the character or do a little storybook, the character is going to be in poses that oftentimes don't reflect their full nature. A character could be scared of something, but they're not always scared. A character could, anything could happen. You guys get the point. But just a little recap, if that was a whole lot. Two main things, if you guys don't get anything out this video: emphasize anatomy so that it's believable, and emphasize story so that your character feels like they belong, feel like they existed before this drawing. You understand? And then extra things that's just gonna bring spark to your characters is subtle shapes. Big shapes are gonna make your characters feel preschool, make your characters feel Disney, make your characters, if that's what you're going for, great. Use simple, obvious, big shapes. If it's not what you're going for, if you're going for more believable, if you're going for more Invincible style, if you're going for more comic book style, you want subtle shapes. Yes, use circles for a nicer character, but don't make your character a big circle. Put circles here, put circles there. Make, if you're drawing a nice woman, maybe her purse is in the shape of a circle. Subtle shapes. And then posing. When you're designing, go ahead and pose your character. Put your character in a pose that, of course, encapsulates their personality. What's it called? I need y'all to like this video. Go ahead and subscribe. We're gonna be doing this all summer. I'm gonna be showing y'all how to draw, get good designs. If y'all love the videos, if y'all like the videos, go ahead and put it down in the comment. Ask me any questions. I'll probably make a video about it. And the closer we get to I plan to do some animation content. I'm gonna see how that goes, but I want to get you guys drawing right first, because the better your drawings are, the better your animations are going to be.